The evolving needs of SMEs in the digital age. So please come on up and join me in welcoming these gentlemen. All right, come on up.
Good afternoon.
Here, you go out this way. I'm going to.
Okay, good afternoon. I'll be starting out the talk by talking about how DPC Yellow Pages is helping Filipino small and medium businesses thrive in the digital era. And then I'll be turning it over to Doron to finish off by talking more about our partnership and their exciting and new service, Cosmos. Okay, I'd like to start by telling you the story of a typical Filipino entrepreneur. This is Mr. Mel Adjaton, or Mang Mel. After working several years in the Middle East as an overseas Filipino worker, Mang Mel decided to come back home to the Philippines in order to start his dream of owning his own business. With his lifetime savings of about 1.5 million pesos, or roughly 30,000 US dollars, he decided to put up a hardware store. Then, with a friend as a business partner, he also ventured into the construction business. However, everything came crashing down in an instant when his business, his hardware store, burned down to the ground. All of his inventories and supplies were reduced to ashes. Then, to make matters worse, his friend and partner betrayed him and ran off with all of his money. Mang Mel was left with nothing. With blows that could have disheartened just about anyone or caused anyone else to give up, Mang Mel never gave up on his dream of owning his own business. With his wife's help and what was left of their money, about $20 initial capital, he decided to put up a junk shop, which he later converted into a can recycling business. This was the start of his journey to success. Through sheer hard work and determination, he was able to grow his can recycling company into a thriving business that now employs almost 100 people and their families. Today, he is not just living his dream of owning a successful business, but he is also helping out his community and helping preserve the environment. His company has won several awards in the Philippines for environment sustainability and waste management. These are the types of entrepreneurs and dreamers that DPC exists to serve. Our mission is and has always been to help entrepreneurs or partners realize their dreams, because their dreams can change not just their communities, not just our country, the Philippines, but the world for the better. In the Philippines, SMBs and micro-enterprises combined make up about 99.5% of almost 1 million registered establishments and about 70% of jobs in our country. By definition, SMBs employ from 10 to 200 employees and have assets of from about 60,000 US dollars or less to up to $2 million. So 99.5% of businesses in the Philippines are micro enterprises or SMBs. But who are these SMBs exactly? They are your Instagram entrepreneurs, your tech startup guys, the grocery store owner, your nosy but enterprising neighbor, your high school classmate, even your cousin running the family business. Basically, it is anyone and everyone who has had the initiative to start their own business. In today's internet world, there are more and more opportunities for SMBs to survive, thrive, and even compete against the much larger and long-established corporations in the Philippines. However, running a business is a very daunting task for any SMB. While they have a lot of energy, there's always lack of time, lack of money, lack of knowledge, skill, effort to do all of these things themselves. But still, a lot of SMBs just jump on the digital and mobile bandwagon. Putting up a website here, a Facebook fan page there, Twitter accounts, etc. Not really knowing how to use these tools and maximize them to their advantage. At the end of the day, not knowing and not being able to achieve their goals of growing their sales, of generating leads, more often than not, they end up bewildered and confused rather than empowered by all of the digital media and tools at their disposal. This is why, according to research in the Philippines, more and more Filipino SMBs are looking for a turnkey solution to their digital needs. This means that a lot of them want all the solutions put together and sold as a bundle by a supplier that they can trust. It is with this in mind that DPC Yellow Pages has developed a suite of 4 affordable bundled solutions or programs that are specifically tailor-fit for the needs of Filipino SMBs. These are Manage and Promote, which is specifically targeted to service-oriented businesses such as spas, hotels, dental clinics, who would like to generate awareness while at the same time manage their business and customers more efficiently. We also have a network build program, which is targeted to business companies, commercial industrial firms that want to increase their online presence and visibility. This also has an option for print ads. Because in our country, B2B, commercial industrial companies still want to be present in the print Yellow Pages. Then we also have search and social media boost programs that are targeted to B2C companies such as retailers, restaurants, hotels, that want to harness the power of social media while at the same time be more present online and be more visible online. Each of these programs comes with a set of power-packed solutions, including online and mobile search, search engine marketing, search engine optimization, website creation, targeted social media advertising, and even integrated CRM and online booking. However, it's not easy to convince SMBs to get these bundled solutions. Sometimes it takes a hard lesson for them to be convinced. Since we launched our digital tools, we've seen revenues grow in the past 3 years, reaching 70% annually. And this year, we're looking at even doubling our digital revenues from last year. As I mentioned earlier, it's not easy for SMBs to be convinced to get a bundle. I'd like to share our experience with one of our partners, chain of flower shops in Manila called Flowers by Sylvia. They've been our print partner for over 10 years, and we've been trying to convince the owner, Sylvia, to get one of our bundled programs, particularly search and social. However, she wasn't convinced. She felt that doing it herself was more effective. Until last year, when one of her employees resigned to put up her own flower shop, directly competing against Flowers by Sylvia. Being younger and more aggressive, this employee decided to get our search and social solution. And she saw immediate success. In no time, she received more and more visitors to her store. She got more calls and higher sales. And in fact, she was getting many of her old clients from Flowers by Sylvia to switch to her new store. Finally, we received a call from the owner of Flowers by Sylvia herself, Sylvia, saying that she's convinced that our programs work and she would like to subscribe as well. So now, both of them are subscribers to our search and social solution. So it was hard, but she was convinced finally. How does a company, a 60-year-old company like DPC Yellow Pages, reinvent and transform itself in the digital era? The answer is really by staying true to its DNA. Our focus is and has always been how to help SMBs grow their business. By serving our core markets well, which is essentially by delivering enchanted ready buyers to the doorsteps of trustworthy business partners, will serve DPC's continued success in the future. And just as SMBs, like Flowers by Sylvia, like Mang Mel's company, need partners like DPC Yellow Pages to help them grow their business, so does DPC Yellow Pages need to collaborate with third-party suppliers in order to win in its digital transformation efforts. And one of these partners has been Websplanet. Since 2012, they've been a valued partner for us in providing us an integrated website builder platform that is tailor-fit and customized to our needs and to the needs of our SMB partners in the Philippines. So, and now, to talk more about our partnership and their new and exciting service, I turn the floor over to Doron. Thank you.
Testing? Thanks, AC. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the partnership and also talk about the technology part, which is behind the scenes. We're holding the technology. As you guys might be familiar, Websplanet has been in the industry for over 13 years. We've been supplying a platform for building websites, mobile sites, social sites, and of course supporting e-commerce and all the online presence digital services. A little bit about the partnership, as mentioned by AC. We've been together since 2012. Websplanet has been working very closely with DPC throughout the whole process. We do supply all the needed services behind the scenes, if it's support, if it's go-to-market tools, if it's the different fulfillment tools that they need to use in order to be more efficient in website production. And it is important to mention that DPC do build do-it-for-me websites, so they do require those type of tools. Websplanet works as a partner. We do have a dedicated account manager and a dedicated project manager to support our partners and help to promote it. Our business is a complete partnership. Even our business model would show that. I do want to take a minute here, or the last 4 minutes here, to talk about the transformation, the evolution that we had within the digital presence. Until today, we talked about online presence. I think it's becoming very obvious that it's not just online presence, and it's actually managing your business online. We've talked about a lot of digital services out there, and all those digital services, and I can list over 50, just pulling them out, and all those are for SMBs. All those are really, really good services to promote the SMBs online and to manage this business online. We talk about, and I think Ponana mentioned that a little bit, and also AC, that these digital services out there are really becoming overwhelming. There's different type of target market, the younger market that might be more familiar with the digital services. And then there's the older SMB owners that don't really have the capabilities of really using all those digital services and are missing out. That's where DIY and do-it-for-me comes into play, and that's where you would choose a vendor that would do it for you, or you would do it yourself. Nonetheless, this has become overwhelming. I mean, researchers have shown that business owners spent maybe 33% of their time on their business tasks. Rather, all the administrative work that they have to do and manage their online presence and do their marketing and so forth. I mean, these are SMBs. So they have to spend a lot of time to do all these other tasks and only spend 33% of their business. You can really lose track of your business this way. And this is why we went and in the last 2 years, we actually started working on a new project and been working on it for 2 years, and this is Cosmos. What we realized is that we really have to put together all those business services, all those online services into one place. We started building and we started thinking about developing certain services ourselves, but realized that it's really impossible. I mean, if I want to have 50 services within my platform, I can't really do it myself. And there's so many great services out there that I really don't want to go against them because I do want to use them. And this is where Cosmos came into place. It's one area, one place to go in and manage all your online services, all those third-party services, but in a really intuitive and easy way. So just to point out what actually is included within Cosmos, it's one single management platform. It's one place where you go in and manage all those digital services. And again, we're talking about third-party digital services that you want to use, not our homegrown. We do supply a single snapshot, a single dashboard that gives you all the information around the digital services that you're using in one place. So you don't have to run around into those different control panels and start looking each place what you have and figuring out how that all connects into one picture. It's a single repository of all your leads and contacts. Some might call it the CMS. I don't want to use that word. Within SMBs, CMSs are too complicated. I want to manage my leads. I want to get my leads and manage simple contacts that I do work with ongoing and I might have returning customers. Again, we talked about third-party integrations. We're not developing everything ourselves. But what Cosmos brings into play is one very important thing. We do full integrations, really good integration with those services. We accumulate all the data into one place. So leads, contacts, everything comes into Cosmos. One place to see all the leads and contacts from all the digital services. I had a customer coming to my website, fill in a form, purchase something from my online store, through my booking system, book an appointment, and it goes on and on and on. But everything comes into one place. And at the end of the day, after I have all those leads accumulated into one place, I want to easily transfer into my email marketing and start sending email marketing through, again, a third party. So Cosmos really is a central integrated platform that gets all the relevant information from all the different services into one repository and pushes it out. And we're talking about onboarding new services fast. We're talking about an app builder. An app builder within our platform that allows us to really integrate quickly to third parties. And we do check for the best of breed, so we really want to keep the best services into one platform. I'm just going to run very quickly within different areas, and as we're headed to the end of the time here. But like I mentioned, single snapshot showing statistics about websites, statistics about your email campaign. Centralized leads, one place to really manage all the leads, all the messages, everything in one centralized place. And this does talk with the different third-party services that you're using. The marketplace, which basically is it's a simple place to onboard to those different services. You can build your own dedicated bundles or packages or vertical solutions. You don't have to use a single app. So I can bundle a domain, an email, a website, and so on and so forth into one bundle. And one click, I purchase everything together, onboarding, information gets passed over to all those services in a single click. And I don't have to work with an onboard to each service separately. Of course, centralized area to manage all those applications, reach those services. And at the end of the day, what we do is we work as partnerships. We do not go direct to market. We're a completely white label solution. We want to empower our partners to use this service. Of course, you can see the stickiness can increase significantly if you have one area for all your services, which is quick and integrated. And of course, that increases ARPU. And it's a really, really easy process, intuitive process for both fulfillment and the end users. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Thank you. We're at time. We're going to move right into our next speaker. I'm really happy to hear the guy at the beginning of the story. Everything turned out well for him. I was, you had me worried about him. So glad it's a happy ending there. So our next speaker, thank you for both very much. Please join me in thanking them. All right, so we're going to move right into the next session. We're going to talk Matthew Brennan, who's from the China channel. He's an expert in WeChat. And I was having a conversation earlier, and it was sort of a revelation that a lot of places people aren't even putting anything but the WeChat on their business cards. It's like the primary mode of communication for business and personal.
I'm business card free.
Pardon?
I'm business card free.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So anyway, join me in welcoming Matthew Brennan. He's going to educate us about WeChat and where it's going and how it's, well, you'll just tell us how important it is, and we're really excited to have him. So please join me in welcoming Matthew. Thank you.